Welcome to Like a Doll's Eye statue review of the pop culture shock and American Werewolf in London, Kessler Wolf. So this piece was announced, 2.5 years ago? And when it was, all the American Werewolf in London fans ran out into the streets and rejoiced. Personally, I never thought they would release an American Werewolf in London werewolf in 1/4 scale statue form. I just never thought that was something was going to happen from any company. And I'm so happy they did. I am thrilled with this piece. I got this piece about 4 months ago when it got released, and mine actually had some problems. One of the teeth that was broken on the regular head, and one of the toes was broken on the legs. So Pop Culture Shock sent me a replacement, and I just didn't get around to filming it, and life happened, and I just didn't get a chance. But now I got a chance, so I'm bringing you the review. So overall, I am very happy with this piece. This is the exclusive head that we're looking at right now. I did not expect to love the exclusive head as much as I did. I thought for sure I was going to display the regular head with the wide open mouth. The exclusive head has a more closed, bloody mouth, which to me just captures the look of the film better. Just the essence of the wolf better. It just screams American Werewolf in London. And I think they did a really good job. Couple complaints, if I was going to pull out some complaints, is one, they could have done paint apps a little bit better. I had to do a little bit of customization with this, and they could have still done a little better shading, even though I think the shading is done pretty well, even though you can't see it in the video, but in real life you can see it, that there's a lot of grays and browns. If I bring the camera up here, you can see that there's a lot of shading there. You can see a lot of the more gray, and there's actually a bit of a gray streak going down his back. It doesn't pick up the browns very well. There's more brown on his leg here that you can see, but it looks more just like more gray, but it's more of a brownish gray. The head, they could have maybe done a little more of the grayish purple that's around his face here. And I actually had to do, this is one of the things I customized, I put more black around his eyes like the wolf has in the film. And I think it really brought the piece to life. It was something that didn't have it with the original. And I really believe that it made it look a little dull. I put the black around the eyes, just like the film has, and I think it made the eyes pop. And speaking of the eyes, I think they did a great job with the eyes. Look at that. Wonderful detail there. That's a scary looking eye. But the black really helped bring it to life. So if you got a steady hand, want to do something, I mean, I used, I kind of dry brushed around it and just kept going, kept dry brushing, and got it darker. So I didn't just go full blown black around that area. I just kept dry brushing around there, and I think it turned out well. I think it turned out real well. I think it really brought the piece to life. I have some comparison photos on Sideshow Freak's site of what it looked like before and after I did the blacking of the eyes, but I think it turned out real well. Another complaint I have of it is the magnet isn't very strong. I mean, it kind of, you can see it wobbles a little bit. One of the things I did to help rectify this is I scrape off the excess paint that is on the magnets, and that does help it stay a little bit better. But it's still not as strong as I would like, and it does cause, and there is a bit of a seam issue, I guess. It's not a major issue. I just wish they could have maybe put some more longer fur here to make it just blend a little better. But those are my only complaints. I think, again, I don't know if my camera's picking it up, but there is a lot more shading here than people originally thought. There are some pictures out there and even videos out there where it looks like a big gray blob, and it definitely doesn't have that. Like I said, I come up here, you can really see the details. The farther away I get from it, I mean, you can see that there's a lot of shading with it. And I think it looks wonderful. I am so happy with this piece. Again, being a huge fan of the film, I mean, this was a must-have for me, and I'm so happy with it. I've had it for 4 months now, and I still think it looks great. I look at this piece every day, and I think I just love it. It's one of my favorite pieces in my collection. If I was ever to get out of the game, this is a piece I would not sell. This piece is always going to be with me. But it's, it's sentimental value with the film. I mean, I just absolutely love the movie, and so I was very happy to get this. The base, I think they did a wonderful job with the base. It captures the essence of that seedy porno theater in American Werewolf in London, and I just think it turned out really well. No complaints from me whatsoever. it's a little dusty up there. Anyway, I got to get out the old air blower there. So anyway, the back of the base, really good job. Just love how they did everything. Just a lot of detail. Just very good. No complaints with that base. I think they did a wonderful job. And the Wolf itself, I'm telling you, man, this thing looks awesome. Now, a lot of people worried about the fact that it is balancing on one leg in the front and then the two legs in the back. Gee, what about leaning issues, things like that? I know this because I got a piece that I had to destroy, and I know this. It's fairly hollow in the body area, but the legs are solid, if I remember correctly. I believe this is fully solid right here. I believe these are fully solid also. So it's got the lighter body with the very solid pieces, so I don't think this is ever going to lean. Okay? But that's a great face sculpt. That is an American Werewolf in London. I have no complaints. Wonderful. All right, so I'm going to show you the regular head. Now, I did a little bit of customization on the regular head because I actually happen to have two of the regular head. So I went ahead and made this one bloody. This was the one that I originally got, and it had a broken tooth, and you can see the broken tooth. So I went ahead and did a bloody face for that. Since the replacement I got has the clean version, I just kept that in the box, and I would never mess with this if I didn't have another head to do. And I like the clean version. I just decided to go ahead and do a bloody version also, because why not? Because I had the extra head. So the regular head though looks great. I mean, he's in full blown rage mode. And again, a great job of the sculpt. Good eyes. Everything looks good on this piece. I really don't have any major complaints except the paint apps could be a little bit better. I shouldn't have had to put the black around the eyes. I did black around this eyes also. I mean, that's something they could have done. But because I could have screwed up and then had a screwed up werewolf. But I'm happy with how it turned out. Again, I think it looks. I can't get over the feeling of movement that it has. It just really looks great scampering down those steps like he is, and it's a wonderful piece. I have very good feelings about this piece. So there's a side view. You can really kind of see the shading a little more from this side. A lot of browns, and I think the browns are picking up a little bit better here. So it looks great. Any of you guys that are on the fence, I think Pop Culture Shock still has some of these. I think they even have the exclusive still. I could be wrong about that. If you missed out on the exclusive, that stinks, but the regular head is still good. If you're an American Werewolf in London fan, I don't know why you don't have this already. Unless if you collect statues and you're a fan of that film, I don't know why you wouldn't have this. If you have a passing interest in American Werewolf, I don't know if this is a piece for you because you're gonna what's it mean to you if you don't love the film. But for those of you that love American Werewolf in London, this is a great piece. I mean, I love it. And if you get a chance at the exclusive, whether it's on eBay or if Pop Culture Shock still has them, I'm not 100% sure. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it for the extra money you might pay on eBay, and I think it's worth it if you can get it on Pop Culture Shop. Absolutely. I don't know if there was any cost difference or not. I love it, and I think it's great, and it's one of my favorite pieces. So one of the things you do get now, what kind of stunk is I jumped right on this and got an artist proof back when I first got this, but I had to break it, and so I actually had to destroy the certificate of authenticity. I asked them if I could keep that, but they said no. I had to destroy that also. So I got number 14 of 300, which is cool. It's a low number and everything. And I really don't care. I mean, artist proof. So what? This version I got is painted better than my artist proof one. So some people wonder, is the artist proof one, got better paint apps, so on and so forth. No, this one was actually painted better than my artist proof one. So anyway, very happy with this piece. I definitely recommend it. Easily a 9 out of 10 for me. I'd give it a 10 out of 10 if it had a little some better paint apps. Even with a weak magnet, I have no problem giving this a 10 out of 10 because the head does stay in place. Maybe still I'd give it a 9.5 because you can see that seam. But I usually keep them on display from about this angle, or maybe even some, sometimes a little more straight on, but I usually have them on display at this angle. So, the seam's not even an issue then. So again, wonderful, wonderful piece by Pop Culture Shock. It's my first Pop Culture Shock piece. I don't own any other Pop Culture Shocks. I was tempted to get the 1/3 scale Conan, but 1/3 scale is just not for me. I've owned 1/3 scale before, and it's just too big. So, but that looks great also. I'm looking forward to see what they do in 1/4 scale with Conan. But anyway, wonderful piece. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, do all that. Leave comments, and great. So hope you enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys later.